Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Miss.English podcast. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Peter. We are so happy to have you here with us today. Before we dive into our topic, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this episode a like. It really helps us reach more English learners around the world.
Today, we're talking about something very close to our hearts, the home. It's more than just four walls and a roof, right, Peter?
Absolutely. But have you ever wondered, Victoria, when humans actually started living in homes?
Actually, I did some research. Humans began transitioning from a nomadic lifestyle to permanent settlements about 10,000 to 12,000 years ago during the Neolithic Revolution. That's when we started farming and forming the very first communities.
That's incredible. So we went from caves to huts, and eventually to the complex structures we see today. Speaking of structures, there's a big debate for city dwellers: houses versus apartment.
Exactly. In a house, you usually have more space, a backyard, and a garage. It feels very private.
True, but apartments, or flats, as they say in the UK, are great for city life. They are easier to maintain, and you often have shared amenities like a gym or a pool.
I agree. Whether it's a tiny studio or a big mansion, every home is divided into specific areas. We have the kitchen for cooking, the living room for relaxing, the dining room for meals, and of course, the bedroom for sleeping.
Don't forget the bathroom and maybe a home office, which has become so popular lately.
Now, let's go inside the most personal space of all, the bedroom. This is where your personality really shines through your decor.
That's true. And it's interesting how styles can change depending on who lives there. For example, in a more masculine-style room, you often see moody or darker colors like navy blue, charcoal gray, or forest green.
Oh, I love that aesthetic. It usually goes hand in hand with materials like leather, dark wood, or even industrial metal. You might find things like a minimalist desk, a collection of watches, or maybe some sports memorabilia on the walls.
Exactly. It's often about function and clean lines. But what about a more feminine-style room, Victoria? What characterizes those?
Well, typically, these rooms lean towards pastels or warmer tones, think blush pink, lavender, or soft cream. The atmosphere is usually a bit softer.
I've noticed there are often more textures involved, right?
Definitely. You'll find things like velvet throw pillows, fluffy rugs, and decorative curtains. Also, vanity tables or dressing tables are very common, filled with perfumes, skincare, and jewelry organizers.
And plants. I feel like feminine decor often incorporates a lot of indoor plants or floral prints to bring some life into the room.
For sure. But of course, these are just trends. Nowadays, many people prefer a gender-neutral style, using colors like beige, sage green, or ochre, where the focus is just on being cozy or hygge, as the Danes say.
Whether it's full of man cave gadgets or shabby chic flowers, the important thing is that your bedroom is your sanctuary.
Moving on from the bedroom, let's step into the bathroom. It's usually the smallest room, but it's packed with so many specific items.
And boy, is there a difference between what you might find in his versus hers setup. Let's talk about the men's side first.
Go ahead, Peter. What's in your medicine cabinet?
Well, it's usually quite practical. You'll see a lot of shaving gear, an electric trimmer or a manual razor, shaving cream, and maybe some aftershave. The colors are often quite bold, too. Lots of black, chrome, or deep blue packaging.
And let me guess, a 3-in-1 shampoo.
It's efficient. Shampoo, conditioner, and body wash all in one bottle. It saves space.
Efficiency at its finest. Now, if you look at a more feminine-oriented bathroom, it's a whole different world. You'll see a wide array of bottles. We have specific cleansers, toners, and moisturizers.
I've seen those. And there are always so many hair tools, right?
Oh, absolutely. You'll likely find a hairdryer, a flat iron, straightener, or a curling wand. And instead of just one bottle, we have a dedicated shampoo, a separate conditioner, and maybe a hair mask for the weekend.
What about the decor? I've noticed women's bathrooms often have more decorative touches.
Yes. We love adding scented candles, essential oil diffusers, and maybe some aesthetic glass jars for cotton pads or Q-tips. The color palette often leans towards rose gold, marble, or soft whites to make it feel like a spa.
It definitely smells better than a locker room-style bathroom. But regardless of gender, I think we can all agree that a good shower head and a fluffy towel are the ultimate bathroom luxuries.
I couldn't agree more. It's all about creating a space where you can start your day feeling refreshed. Now, let's move into my favorite part of any house, the living room. Peter, would you agree that this is where the soul of the home is?
Oh, definitely. In many cultures, we even call it the sitting room or the lounge. It's the primary space for socializing. Whether you're hosting a game night with friends or a movie marathon with family, this is where it happens.
Exactly. And because it's a social space, the furniture is all about comfort. You have the sofa, or couch, maybe a couple of armchairs, and usually a coffee table in the center for your drinks and snacks.
Don't forget the entertainment center. For many people, the TV is the focal point, but I personally love a living room with a big bookshelf and maybe a cozy fireplace. It makes the room feel so homely.
I agree. It's all about the ambience. You can add throw blankets and accent pillows to make it extra cozy. And I've noticed that when friends come over, everyone naturally gravitates toward the softest spot on the rug.
It's true. It's the most versatile room. During the day, it's a quiet place to read or have a cup of tea. But at night, it transforms into a place for laughter and deep conversations with the people we love.
That's why it's often the favorite room for families. It's where we share our day, play with our pets, and just relax after a long shift at work. It really bridges the gap between our private lives and our social lives.
Well said, Victoria. A living room without people in it is just a furniture showroom.
But Peter, a building is just a house. It's the people who make it a home.
You're right. A household can be made up of a nuclear family, parents and children, an extended family, including grandparents, aunts or uncles, or even just roommates and pets.
My cat definitely thinks she owns my home.
I think all pets do. At the end of the day, a home is wherever you feel safe and loved.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope you learned some new English vocabulary about the home. Thank you so much for listening to Miss English podcast. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We'll be back next week with a new topic. Until then, take care and keep practicing.
Bye-bye.